I'm back because he's back. Dialogue with Diamond D on a bigger picture. We're about to get into it. We're about to take it to the streets. I want to know how y'all feel about Trump 2025. Those that believed in him and said Trump is here to save your community, to fight the crime, to build up the economy. And those that said Trump was nothing but a fraud and we should have known from the beginning. He's back, so I'm back. Trump is back, I'm back. How do you feel about what's going on?
I don't feel it. I feel like he's not doing no better than Biden, to be honest. Or, I mean, I can't really explain too much, but I could just say he's not doing better than Biden. Or it's not better. He got the police, pressing against us, giving them ways to like kill us,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really want to.
Go deep.
Yeah.
Go deep. Think about all the times right now when you thought things might like. First, or did you vote?
No, I didn't.
Why didn't you vote?
I wasn't going for none of them. I don't go.
You didn't mean Kamala? You didn't think she was believable? What happened?
No, she is not.
Do you feel like right now, if you can do it over again, you would get up and vote against him? Because that's basically.
It's not about voting against him. I just wouldn't do any vote as I did. Yeah, even with her being in a chair, it would have been a bad situation as well.
Well, it can't get much worse than this because he's taking everything that would possibly help us get better out of the community, as you can already see. When he lied and said, oh, it's not my plan. I didn't agree to this plan. The 2025 plan that was coming in office, I had nothing to do with it. Now we're finding out he had everything to do with it. And guess what? He really didn't lie. He really didn't, because everything that was on that plan is coming forth.
To be honest, they all do the same thing. They all say this, say that, for the screen, for the people, and then when they there, it's a whole different ball game.
All right, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked the other gentleman. Are you ready for a revolution? Are you ready to stand up for your people? Are you ready to go to battle? Not to go to march, but to go to battle for your rights, for what we should have, for what they for what they shouldn't have taken away and proceed to take away from us, which is our basic rights.
To be honest, I've been ready.
You've been ready.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. Or I've been ready, and I can't wait, to be honest, even though people might die for the reasons and stuff.
Yeah. So we have a couple celebrities. I shouldn't say their names, but I am. We have Plies, we have T.I., we have so many different celebrities right now that's speaking up, that's saying, all right, he was wrong. Why nobody getting together? We saying we ready to get together.
I don't really want to listen to T.I., Plies. They was never on a type of page.
Right.
Don't try to get on a page now because you have your people or you want to go with this or go with that. If you was on that, you would have been on it, you know what I'm saying? Word. So I'm not really with them on that. Word.
So we talking about a revolution. We talking about going through and maybe having a little, I ain't even going to say the word, start with a C, but I'm not going to say the word. But if you was to go to battle, how many of y'all ready to stand up, fight for the price of eggs, fight for the right for our children to have Head Start, fight for the right for us to have help when we need it, like welfare, okay, like EBT, like financial aid, like housing. How many of y'all are willing to stand up and fight and say no more Trump? We're about to take this beyond the White House. We're willing to fight and die, not for us, for our grandkids.
To be honest, I feel like nobody will.
I am.
We don't want to fight for each other, you heard? We don't want to fight for each other, that's that. We don't want to fight for each other, we want to kill each other, hurt each other. Anything more serious, we not on together as a whole, as a team. Because we wouldn't be here as right now. Everything would be swell, better, great. You feel me? Word.
What's up, brother? I want to hit you with how do you feel about the aftermath of Trump being in presidency for 2025? How do you feel?
How I feel? Eggs are fucking $15 for a dozen.
18.
He made a lot, 2 blocks from my house, where they're usually 5, 6, 8. but now they $15.
I pay $18.
This dude is
For
like, he
12.
made a lot of promises and everything went backwards from what he said he was doing to do.
Not really. He made a lot of promises, but he's following through. He said that he was going to wage war, and he's raging war, but we caught up in it because
Up in it. We
did you vote for Trump?
casualties? I
Please
mean,
tell me you did.
that's something that's private. That's something that's private. I don't.
If you did, do you feel sorry if you would have chosen him?
I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for anyone.
A lot of us didn't vote. I did, but a lot of people didn't.
It's all bullshit.
It is propaganda.
We are not free. We've never been free. The paper in Washington doesn't say paper of freedom. It's an emancipation.
Right.
And emancipation is to relieve one's ownership to another. So from the slave master to the state. They had to keep making money, prison system, the street.
So let me ask you a question. Right now, we're basically about to face civil war. We're right now we're almost to the breaking point of revolution. They're getting ready for us. They got technology that right now can send you cancer from Washington. Right now, they got technology that can go into your phone, listen to your conversations, read your text messages as you sending them in live time.
That's right.
So right now, it's only gonna take a little bit. They raised them prices up with food just a little bit higher. We're gonna go
Spills over, it's gonna go ugly. It's gonna get ugly.
Are you ready for the revolution?
I'm not as ready as they are, cause I can't. I'm poor. I'm not rich. I
We're all
can't buy
poor.
all the weapons. I can't buy all the stuff like they can. But I know that if it comes to my door before I end mine and my family's life, I'm gonna take a few of them with me. So
I'm with you on that. I'm
whatever
with you on
comes
fucking
forward,
that.
so-
Yo, I'm here. I'm here.
Always.
Right now, our main concern is self-preservation, but my main concern is my people's reservation. So that's why we started back on third. We started that on third with our first run this topic before the election. I'm here now because a lot of people, not for nothing, Papa, a lot of Puerto Ricans went and voted for Trump. A lot. They thought that they was gonna be considered conservative.
those people, how can I
My
put this,
people, our people.
how can I put this as softly as I can? Once you conform to anything of this system,
Could you just look at that camera because I want them to see you when you say that.
once you conform to any part of this system, you are no longer the race you claim.
That makes you a what?
A sellout.
Period. How do you feel about Trump in the aftermath of what's going on? Did you vote for him? Do you feel good about voting for him, or did you not vote for him? And you know this is some
Nah, I'm a
bullshit.
black man. I ain't vote for him.
Why you didn't vote for him?
Nah, because none of them about shit, you know what I mean?
You mean Kamala Harris?
None of them.
So you didn't vote at all?
Nah, have a good day.
Here in the Bronx, I get it. But right now, we're about to stand still. We're about to become a revolution. It's about to be a civil war. Are you ready for the revolution?
Yo, you know, it is what it is. What's going to happen is going to
Are
happen.
you going to stand up?
I'm going to be as real as I could be, you heard?
I take that. God bless you, brother. They got a new rule that was out about, what, in the 60s? Where they said, no matter what, if I say you got to go to war, whether you want to or not, you're going to go to jail, you're going to go to war. Are you ready for the aftermath of Trump in 2025 and what's to come 3 to 5 years from now? How do you feel, my young brother?
Oh God, if I'm not getting drafted, I'm fine. Don't matter.
Okay, so if you're not getting drafted, what about if they draft your little sister, your little brother? God forbid you have a child and they draft your child.
It's so unfortunate.
Okay, how do you feel about them taking away your financial aid? How do you feel about the way they're taking away the programs as far as Head Start, as far as Social Security, as far as disability? I'm sorry, I'm not going to speak. How do you feel?
No, I'm just saying, like, if it's nothing I could do in my power, there's nothing I could really
But you
do.
got power. Do you know how much power you got if you come together?
Yeah, that's the most I could do, probably.
Can I ask you a
protest.
question? Are you willing to come and be like, you know what, I'm ready for a civil war? I'm ready for a revolution. I'm ready to stand up and fight?
Nah, I can't fight.
How old are you if you don't mind me asking?
20.
Okay, so you was able to vote. Did you vote?
No.
That's all right. A lot of people didn't. God bless you, brother. And here we are. I'm here in the Bronx. And you know what? I know a lot of y'all came after me the last time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even lie. It was like over 100 people that came after me in the comments. Like, y'all was trying to eat me up about how we was illiterate, how we was Like, not worth even talking about. How people didn't want to come to the Bronx and be in the Bronx because of the fact that we let anything go on in the Bronx. Well, let me let you know one thing. Here in the Bronx, we may not say much because we not about to talk, but you bring that up here to the Bronx and it might be a problem. At the end of the day, we're not dumb. At the end of the day, we're not belligerent. At the end of the day, we're out here trying to make a living just like everybody else. And what Trump and every other politician need to understand, we are why you got a job. We're talking about the aftermath of Trump and everything that's going on with our budgets, with the price of food, with the price of rent. How do you feel, Mommy? How do you feel?
How
God
do I
bless you.
feel?
Yes.
Well, I feel bad for the mothers that got so many kids.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the senior citizen, like me, that they took my food stamps away, and I'm a senior citizen. And I feel bad for the young people too, teenagers, that they really want to look for a job, and just because they look at their background, they don't give them jobs.
Yeah, because that's gone. Now, discrimination is gone. Like, they can really discriminate and not hire you based on transgender, based on gender, period. It's gone.
Yeah, they look at your record complete.
Yeah, and that was not before. Like, a lot of things that was taken away to give us a chance in society is now gone. So we didn't have to put the shackles on us, did we?
Right, but what I noticed is, if they know this is a poor area, like this store here, a couple of stores, the way
Yeah.
the prices are, sneakers are 500, sneakers are 800. Come on, the majority of kids here, they're welfare kids.
Absolutely. You're right.
They get
You're right.
money to buy it.
But
Because they still not, it's not.
they can't get from their mother, so they try to look for a job. They say no,
Yeah.
so they go out there and sell their little things.
Exactly. You got to get it how you
I'm
live.
talking about.
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, I do.
So I feel everything should change and have it equal. You know, like, don't overdo it for the poor people.
But if the rich want to get them tax cuts that they really want, then somebody have to pay for it, which is
Say, for instance, the building behind here. We can't get in there.
no.
You gotta have a good job.
And that's the building just right there. Could you get that building right there? Those buildings that they building in the Bronx right now, we cannot move into those buildings. Only about 10 to 25 people can move in them buildings that is low budget or below the income. And that's only because they have to move us in there. And let me tell you something, it will never be somebody that look just like me and you. Not unless they won a lottery. You understand? Other than that, we will never be able to live in them nice buildings that's in our communities. Because guess what? We said a lot, but we didn't do much. But unfortunately,
But anyway, my name is Ibet.
oh,
Everybody knows me out here, Grandma or Apache.
God bless
That's
you.
how they know me. But they should do something about this for the poor people and people that work very hard.
It's so sweet. and you know what? God is good. When we got people like you that I hope is praying for us,
Yeah.
and I'm praying for them, something gotta change.
I feel sorry for the teenagers. Those are the most ones.
Yeah, because they're the upcoming. They're gonna be
I've
it.
seen so many crimes out here because they want to dress, and when they don't have it, they're going out there to rob anybody.
And who they robbing? Who they gonna pick first?
Poor people.
Exactly. We're hitting up our own community, the elderly, the poor. You're not gonna get nothing out of them but $5 to $10. Are you gonna take their Con Edison or their rent money? Is that how we wanna live? Is that how Trump want us to live? He think we animals anyway.
Excuse me that I cut you off. I was in the laundry day before yesterday.
Yes.
That laundry got robbed. I was in there.
The laundry.
The laundry. Where you go and wash your
And we need the laundry.
Where you go and wash your clothes.
Yeah.
The kid went in there to rob where the money at. Not the machine where the cash is. The cash.
Desperate. He's desperate.
Young. He was very young. And the lady screaming, so I had to call the cops. That's the only reason I called the cops. because she was screaming.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You ain't got to give me a name, but give me any name. I just want to.
My real name is Ibet. I don't care. My name is Ibet.
Miss
Ibet
Yvette.
Pereira. That's my last name, okay? I've been there, done that, and I hang up my gloves.
That part. And if you can't take it from the elders, like, I don't know who you're going to listen to. After that, if you can't put down what's going on to pick up what we should be noticing right now, you understand? It's not about where you at or where you going. It's about how we got to come together and build.
I have work off the books. I am in SSI. I have pickup cans and everything, but it's still not enough. The way the prices are,
It's ridiculous.
it's not enough.
If you can tell Trump anything, what would you say to Trump right now?
What would I say to Trump?
Yes, this is your moment. What would you tell him?
Kiss my yellow ass.
That part.
I know I can say.
God bless you. God bless you.
I'm sorry.
So much.
I'm sorry.
No,
I thought he
no.
was coming to help us.
A lot of people did.
Because he came to the Bronx with his cojones
Yeah, he did.
to
Katona.
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 And what he did,
did.
he really
We
tricked,
covered that too.
he tricked us. And we fell for it. Like a pendeja.
Amazon right now is losing a lot of their jobs. Like right now, they're about to be extinct. Them robots is killing them. How do you feel about the situation?
Well, depending on the people, you know, some of the people are with it, some of the people are not. Some people complain about the working conditions. Just Amazon is
How do you
not.
feel? Do you feel like your job is going to be here? Or do you feel like maybe your job is not going to be there in 3 years? Like 3 to 5 years from now, what do you see yourself working with Amazon as far as the robots is concerned? 'Cause
As
they
far
here.
as 3 to 5 years from now, I don't see myself with Amazon because I'm getting out of Amazon. So I wouldn't even care if the robots take over then. But for those that want to like quick money and whatnot, and they want to go to Amazon and then complain about the
I've seen them crying. I seen them crying.
yes, because they pull out. We got a lot of people order heavy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you can order from. They can order from like your local.
Yeah, I just ordered a washer and dryer that they left downstairs, not to carry upstairs.
That's different. That's different. But
What's so different?
cases of water or kitty.
Yeah, I just ordered my Poland Spring from Amazon. Yeah.
Like
They left it downstairs outside of my house.
they're not supposed to do that.
They did that. But that's not my concern. My concern is basically, how do you feel about your job? You have yourself. Do you have a family to feed?
I don't have a family at all.
By the grace of God.
Kids. No, I don't have.
Would you be more concerned if you had a family to feed?
Now, if I had a family and I had to feed them, yes, I'll be a little concerned.
All right, this is your moment. If you can tell the man at Amazon, how do you feel about these robots and your jobs, what would you say?
Well, I would say like we don't need the robots if we have people. With like the artificial intelligence will never be intelligent because we built the robots. You know.
So do you think that they should just stop with the robots and give y'all back your jobs? Do you think Trump has anything to do with allowing this to happen? Like, these people went home with no severance. Like, they're just fending on whatever they're making, whatever they made and saved up, basically.
I don't honestly.
It could be you.
When it comes down to it, it's Elon Musk, and Trump is just okay in whatever Elon Musk asks.
But he has the final say-so, right?
Whatever it is.
So do you think that voting Trump into office in 2025 was the right move for us to make? Do you feel like Kamala Harris would have been more, like, maybe empathetic on the fact that we have families to feed, that we should not have these robots replacing human beings?
All right, when it comes down to that, I don't think neither party was even a good candidate to run the U.S. anyway.
Did you vote?
Harris? No, I don't vote. When Kamala Harris, she's giving immigrants what we strive for as far as like people of the U.S. versus the people outside of the U.S. You know, they'll give them a whole picture view or paint a picture of what New York City or Atlanta look like from across seas versus when they get here, what it actually looks like.
Yo, what people don't understand is, and I'm glad that I got the okay to go ahead and speak out about this. What people don't understand is all this is political. Right now, the price of your eggs is high, so that way the people who got money, the people up here, can go ahead and pay small amount of taxes and we suffer. Who are we suffering? The poor community, the working class community, the poor working class community.
No,
Not the people that own, but the people that can't afford to own. And I'm here to give them a voice.
hello.
As our people is concerned with me, brother, is that we didn't vote. We didn't vote. So we gave those who didn't know or wasn't informed or didn't remember when Trump was in office how bad we had it. We gave them the all right to go ahead and vote for this man who right now got us in a standstill. And ain't nobody winning.
Nobody. That's why I don't vote. I didn't vote. I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
vote.
you ain't gotta be sorry. Let me tell you, I interviewed over 100 and some odd people. I interviewed over them before this all happened. And maybe 75% said they was not gonna vote.
Yeah.
Because they didn't believe Kamala and they didn't believe Trump.
And Kamala was taking care. Kamala Harris evidence actually proven evidence. Kamala or Trump, that's why none of them. I don't think either candidate was good to run the country at all. Kamala taking care of the immigrants before she take care of the Americans, and you got Trump taking care of the high class before he take care of the low class. We have the right to fight against to overthrow our government. We all know that. As
Are you willing to stand up and fight for it?
I am willing to stand up and fight for it, but if I'm fighting by myself, what's the purpose?
You're not fighting for yourself, bro.
No,
brother,
if I'm
by
fighting
yourself.
by myself.
You won't. Oh, my bad. He will not be fighting by himself. Let me let y'all know that right now. This revolution.
I'm sorry. We have the power as people. We have the power to overthrow our government. We have the power to tell our government what to do for us. We all just have to come to a common ground understanding. We got to put all the beef aside, put all whatever differences aside. Like, the government pins us. I really feel like this personally, and this personal opinion, I feel like the government since the beginning of time has been pinning us against each other.
That's a fact.
Who's better than who, and who got this better than who got this faster than who got this, or even down to simple location. I'm from Staten Island. I grew up in Staten Island. We all know there's no train out there. So all the other 4 boroughs don't really give a fuck about. I'm sorry. Can I curse?
You can curse.
All right.
Speak your mind.
All the 4 boroughs don't really give a fuck about Staten Island. It has no train out there. But there are black people out there that lives everyday basis. They are New Yorkers. They go through the same experiences everybody else in Brooklyn, Manhattan, Harlem, Queens, and the Bronx go through.
So it's a come together thing. It's a crab in a barrel thing. It's the fact that Trump won for the simple fact that we didn't come together and we didn't stand strong, and I blame myself. I dropped the ball. I dropped out the camera. When I was bringing it to the people and telling the people to come out and vote, you know what I'm saying, so we can make sure that we're handled well, we didn't. Trump took it. Other people ran with it, but we dropped the ball here in New York. I thank you.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
This gonna be on the news.
This is going to be on Dialogue with Diamond
Trump
D.
gonna get me knocked off. You crazy?
He going to get me first, so don't worry. He going to get you. He going to get a lot of other people.
Let him get
We're in the thousands. So if they gonna get you, they gonna get the thousands of us, because we spreading out in the thousands. When I tell you right now, it's thousands of us that feel a certain way about how we were put in a standpoint of Trump aftermath. Trump did not come to save us in New York. He came for revenge. He came back to make sure that everything that he didn't do before is being done now. Don't take my word for it. Take the people's. This is your platform. How do you feel about Trump 2025 and the robots that's going on in Amazon with Elon Musk and the owner of Amazon and Trump, and nobody's helping? Like, a lot of people done got fired because of them robots. How do you feel? Are you scared? Are you nervous? Like, how do you feel?
I'm different, truly. I'm not nervous nor afraid. It shouldn't be unexpected. This is the United States of America, universal system of advertisement. Ain't nothing united about these states.
You right about that. Say that 10 more times.
So, those who know will know. Those who choose to continue to be distracted will be distracted. Things are going to happen. Things are going to change. Things are going to shift, and not for the benefit of the people. You can't stop it.
Do you think there's any coming back for our people? Not saying our color people, but all our people. Is there any? Well, what can we do to make things right?
I can't speak for everybody else, but I could definitely do my best to say something for our people, in all honesty. And as far as coming back, you can't come back with something you've never been to. So our coming back is, I want to say, it should be a waking up. If you want to come back from all the nonsense, get it through your mind that money's irrelevant.
Can I ask you a question? Sure. It's a real question. Did you vote?
No.
Do you think that party, like, honestly, everybody who I asked out here, and it's been about, 5 people now, nobody voted. Do you think that if you would have voted for Kamala, no? Okay. Why do you think that it would have made a difference whether or not you voted?
It never has.
Never has.
Do you not recognize that throughout history, or at least throughout being in America, I don't know how long you've been here, but have you noticed everything that was supposed to, so as said, meant for us, has been shared with everyone else, and we are still irrelevant?
Well, what I realize is that as a people, especially as people of color, it's very hard for us to come together and stand strong and really battle. You know what I'm saying? We come together and we go to marches. We come together and we go to more marches. But do we come together and really fight? We don't.
No, we don't.
We don't.
We don't.
And I think that's our biggest problem. Are you ready for a revolution?
Yeah, I wish the original Black Panthers would find their way back.
Are we going to be the original Black Panthers, or is it going to be our kids?
Good question. My personal opinion, and it's I feel it's strange for me to say this, there will be no return to the Black Panthers, but the revolution will still happen for those who decide to wake up, but it's going to be a silent movement. When they said, and this, people gonna hate me for this if they do see this, but when they said the revolution will not be televised, it definitely will not be televised.
Why? Do you know why? Do you know why?
Funny enough, to answer why would be the answer why you can't see spirit.
That's it right there. The revolution got to start within you. That was the whole thing right there. When he came out and he said that, okay, the revolution is within you. You have to change who you are to make a better America today. But we didn't do that.
You're not going to find that following suit with everybody else. The only reason why I'm standing here to have this conversation is, for one, I thought I'd never do this, and secondly, I am very disconnected. Seriously, I'm disconnected. I work for a company I can do for free. We don't need none of the stuff that we have. Learn how to garden, learn agriculture, learn carpentry.
Well, what about if I told you it was a program that could actually send you out to Africa and build a community with those that's already out there, asking for people to move to Africa, but black people don't want to go back to Africa right now?
It's a hustle. They want black people to get over there to bring their American money over there. They don't want black people to come over there. They want black people to create businesses to help them maneuver.
But ain't that our Mecca?
Explain.
Ain't that our Mecca, where we started from? Ain't that where we came from, our beginning? Like, why not go back over there, start a black community bigger than what we got here in America and they won't let us have? Why not? Why do you feel like here in America is the place where we belong, we should start from, and we don't need to go back to Africa?
We don't belong here. We were never welcome here. We're the only race that doesn't have a green card that's still allowed to be here.
So we got people that saying that we was already here. We already originated here, and they took us to Africa and brought us back and said that we wasn't here, but we was already here. How do you feel about that?
I feel that takes me back to the Willie Lynch letter, the multiplicity of illusion that's constantly spread. This is why we act the way we do.
Do you think there's a chance that we'll ever come together to get this right? To fight against the Republicans and the fake-ass Democrats who claim they got our back?
In this day and age, no.
So what do you think is going to happen for our great-great-kids? Because I got a great coming up. My daughter pregnant right now, or my second grandbaby. So what do you think is going to happen to our great-great-grandkids? Because right now, we don't matter. We made it. We hit over 30. Back in our days, if you made it to 30, you was famous. Right. So now it's like, what's going to happen to our kids that should make it to 95?
It depends on what you teach your kids to remember and know. If you teach your kids to understand their history, but it's like if you teach your kids not to hate others, but truly understand the dignity of history, to know where we began, that can set a foundational stone, but it doesn't really say at the end that they're gonna follow that. For instance, I got a spiritual journey. My journey does not involve Christianity. My journey does not involve what anybody would actually consider to be Christian or humane. There's too many
And how does that affect your everyday life? Because right now, everything we do have to affect our everyday life, or we ain't gonna make it. Our religion, our spirituality, our politics, our economy, everything right now is affecting the way we live today. Our president, our politicians, our mayors, our governors. How do you feel right now is gonna make it better? Because right now it's becoming worse.
Because we're too busy relying on people.
So you think that we should have our own everything?
I won't say have our own anything, but I believe in a universal silence. We kind of visually see what's needed. We don't really need to talk. In my opinion, language is going to be the destruction of man.
So we should not talk. We should just do. Without communication, though.
What you need.
Ooh, okay, I agree with that. I feel like we definitely feeling right now. I'm hurting. Are you hurting when you go to the supermarket and you want to get more than 4 items and not pay $100? Are you hurting?
To be truthful, no, I'm not hurting. I mean, I'm disappointed, but I'm not hurting. The reason why I'm not hurting because when I've lived without food. I've had the moments when I've had no food. I've been homeless. That didn't teach me sadness. That taught me humbleness. That taught me what real fasting was. I'm not starving because I don't have food. It looks bad because I can't go shopping, but maybe my body doesn't necessarily need the bullshit that's out here. I'm still addicted to the bullshit that I eat now. But I can go 3 days without food, drink water.
What about those that can't? One man can't build an island or be on an island all by himself. So what about those of us that need that water, that need that food, that need to feed our kids? What about us? Because you my brother. So I'm looking at you first. Because like you said, we got to depend on each other first. So you got to care about me and mine. Because I'm looking up to you. Right? And Trump is going to destroy us.
Going to.
Trump is destroying us.
Trump can only destroy who chooses to follow.
But right now, he's killing us at every corner of the war.
Whatever happens to the United States and to mankind won't faze me none. Just like Y2K, when everybody act like the world was going to come to the end, and we all said on Facebook and all that stuff, share a like if you're ready, if you lived a good life. Listen, with all my mistakes and everything I've done, I'm ready to go. It don't matter. It won't make a difference.
It will to me. I need every black brother that's strong and got a mind and can think for himself. I need y'all to raise up, stand up. Because at the end of the day, I feel like without y'all, as a strong black woman, I'm not as strong. I feel like without my black brothers going against Trump and everything he's pulling on my community, we ain't got a leg to stand on. And guess what? I don't want to be a Holocaust project in 2026. Because that's what Trump is making us out to be. He said we can take the jobs in the fields. We can go back to working for $8 and $10 an hour in the field in the sun and burning our backs. You understand? He feels that that's okay. But my brothers is going to fight, and I'm going to fight with them. Because without y'all, I'm not as strong. I'm not. But I thank you. I thank you, bro.
Sweetheart. Don't stop looking for your brothers to fight. There is no fight. There is no fight.
There's no fight?
We are convinced there is a fight. There is no fight.
Not yet.
We as people, if you want us as people to unite ourselves, we need to stop following everyone else. Looking to be that next image on the TV screen to make a name for ourselves. You want to make a name for yourself? Make a name with your own people. We are the ones that's followed. We are the ones that studied. Ain't nobody studying white people. Ain't nobody studying the Chinese. Ain't nobody studying the Arabs or Muslims. I looked on YouTube just the other day. We are being studied.
Yeah, of course.
Leave them alone. There is no fight.
Let me ask you another question, right? If I wanted to become mayor today, or you wanted to become mayor today, how many you think?
Your time.
Exactly. But guess what? When the Chinese people and the Vietnamese people wanted they people that look like them to become mayor, governor, senator, they people stood up behind them. And that made the voice. But my thing is, with my people, whether you know it or not, brother, there's a fight that's going on right now. You understand? And it's about our survival. But a lot of us don't see it like that because we got jobs. Your job ain't gonna be around for too long. They taking it away. My job ain't gonna be around at all. But right now, we gotta fight to keep it.
I learned something. A very interesting lesson in life. You know how they tell you in church to do for others? That wasn't necessarily a lie. For me to not be in church, there is a truth to that.
Yeah, it is.
Everything I have was earned, not paid for, earned. I do what I need. I do what spirit requires. I don't know what that is. But when you move your body in a sense of, you're not following nobody, you're following an essence. You're following what people like to call an energy.
Yeah.
When they say everything you need will be given to you in its time, that's a fact. It will come in its time. We are conditioned for things to be instantaneous. I'll give you an example. We got medication. We go to hospitals. But we have tea.
Right.
We got natural herbs.
Right.
Natural herbs was considered to be witchcraft. But we go to the hospitals for drugs. I got a funny one for you. I don't mean to sound racist when I say this, but have you noticed everything white fucks us up? Sugar, salt, flour, pills. Snow on
I'm not against the white. Let me say,
I'm not neither.
Me neither. I'm not against the white population.
I'm not neither.
Or any population.
But
I'm against Trump. Let me make that very fucking clear.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm against anything that suppresses my community. That's what I'm
You
against.
want to know what suppressing your... Let me ask you an honest question. Have you read the Willie Lynch letter?
Yes, I have.
How many times
Hell
have you
yeah.
read that?
About 3 or 4 times.
Read it again.
And the more I
time
read
you
it,
read, you
you know,
find
you
something new.
no. The more I read it, the madder I get. Because it's like, right now, we know right from wrong, right? But,
Dads, to be aware.
right. But the thing is that even though we know what's going on, at the end of the day, we feel like there's nothing we can do about it, and it is. It is. It really is. You and all of y'all on 3rd Avenue, a black man, that could really make a change. And we can own 3rd. We can own these buildings.
We could. We definitely could. But we are conditioned to go against one another.
So when do we stop that? How do we change that? How do we see each other as
As brothers and sisters as we're supposed to.
Right. How do we do that? Because right now, that's what we need. Right now, that's what we need.
We definitely do need that. But I'll say this. I believe we may reach that when, one, we stop believing somebody else is going to give us what we need.
Right.
And we stop following suit with blind dreams that never come to pass.
But we can make it. We can make it. We as people can make it come to pass. We can make every little dream, every big dream, every supreme dream, every outstanding dream that we need for our community, for our people, not just for our race, but for everybody, a people, a culture, to make it work, regardless of how Trump is trying to suppress us. Because right now, it's not even about your color. It's about how much money you got.
You know what's interesting? I'm getting more interested in it because you're mentioning Trump and he's trying to tear us down, but
He's our president.
I repeat, that was no surprise. In my opinion, he paid for his position the first time around, and he got it again. That's not a surprise. I personally felt like everybody in New York ate the cheese when he went to the park.
They jumped the Kool-Aid. Me and the lady was just talking about that. Yeah, I was out there. I was reporting. I gave the story. If y'all look back on Dialogue with Diamond D. I covered that story. I covered the people that was against Trump and the people that was voting for Trump. I covered that story.
I'm not for Trump. I'm not against Trump.
Right.
But I definitely need my people to be more internally aware.
Right.
Close your mouth more and open your eyes more. I mean, granted, a lot of people talk about their third eye being open and still not seeing what's really blatantly in front of them. We cannot control what they choose to do. We can only control how we accept it. Acceptance is will be our only gift and skill. Acceptance. When we are able to accept, we are able to think further and greater. As long as we're arguing about not accepting what's going on, we're blindsided. We're not going to worry about how we're going to get further. We just never will.
Play along with them and move on. like play along to get along type thing. Because if we don't raise up against them, if we don't say, you know what, there's something we can do. Our civil rights say it's something we can do.
I'll say it best like this. Best thing we can do is what I've been noticing been being spread around for quite some time lately. Isolate yourself. Like really separate yourself from whatever the fuck they got going on. Black people should stick to, like, I'm not to sound racist or cut off, but
that's what
we
I'm
should
here for.
definitely stick to ourselves. Stick to
Let's start a black community again. An all black community again. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with everybody else. I'm saying the people of color should be in their own little bubble and worried about us. Is that what you're saying?
It's not to start it again. It's to strengthen it and continue it. I mean, as long as we're trying, I'm 39. We've been, well, at least I've recognized black people have been fighting to be recognized, heard, helped for years. And have not seen nothing but the fact that everything we have been offered has been shared with other communities, and we still have yet to see what I like to say what's left at the bottom of an empty barrel. Okay?
Yes.
So now, acceptance. We started with nothing. Things have been taken from us.
Right.
This day and age, I don't think black people are going to willingly let things be taken from us, at least.
But it's happening.
On a personal.
It's happening on a personal nature. How personal can you get when you can't afford the food inside of the supermarket? How personal can it get when you can't afford health care? How personal can it get when you cannot afford to send your child to college? How personal can it get when there's no more Head Start? How personal can it get when your mama can no longer get disability? How personal can it get, brother?
Everything you just mentioned. And this is gonna be an interesting one. Everything you just mentioned is everything that we utilize to this day that's got us trapped and fucked up mentally. School system in the whole 9 yards. Now, as far as health is concerned, unfortunately, that is the nail in the coffin, because we was given all of that stuff that decreased our health.
Yo, what up? You know what I mean? My name Beezy.
Beezy.
This is Frost from Soundview.
That part.
Yeah, you already, man. I'm over here. 3rd Avenue. Westchester Ave, you already, we outside. But like you talking about the Trump thing, like right now, us as a people, as Americans, you know, he's doing everything that he has to do right now. And we have to wait, we have to be patient. I know all of us want everything done in one night, but it ain't gonna happen like that. But I'm not all into politics, but us as people, we need to pay attention to a lot of other things, like the halftime show, Kendrick Lamar.
We're gonna pay attention to that the most, other than Trump?
Well, not necessarily Trump. Like, Trump is just doing what Trump has to do at this point, because people was trying to sabotage him. You know, he has to do what they want until he can do what he wants.
So what exactly do you think he has to do so he can do what he wants? What is that? What is that like? That's very vague. Let's narrowize that. What's going on with Trump?
Well, he have to give to get. Let's put it like
give
that.
What? Give what? Give what to whom?
He gotta give the government what they want.
What government? Our government?
Yeah.
The United States government?
Yeah,
even though
why
he's
not?
president?
Yeah. Why? If those are the ones
So
that put him back in there.
What? Those are the ones. So we didn't vote him in.
Our votes don't count.
I mean, Kamala. Let's get it wrong. I would have voted for her, but
my man. But yo, give my man. Give my man, you know what I mean? Give my man some time right now. You know
On some real, I think Musk is the one that's running shit.
Me too, but I didn't say that.
It ain't Trump, because he got the money and he got the technology. And he has the technology, you know what I'm saying? So Trump is just the face, but Musk, that's who we got to watch out for. Believe that, and it's going to come. Trust me.
One man with all that power should never be. Not when we got a president, but at the end of the day, what we should do is be able to put our money on the people we want to be president, that we want to be in a candidacy. Do you think that would work? If we'd be like, you know what? No more big oil, no more big pharmaceuticals can go ahead and promote you. Only the people which is us, the local people, can go ahead and be like, look, we're going to put $1 here, we're going to put $10 here to support who we want to be candidate to vote for presidency. Do you think that that would make a difference?
You know what? I don't think we need a president. All we need is a commission, like the UN.
That's all we need. We need people who are for the people, you know, and like.
Do you think Trump is terrorist?
I'm not going to say that I'm not going to say he's bad, he's good, but like, you know, he say he like the colored, but you know, I can't be against what he's doing.
And it's real too.
I can't be against what the man's
when
doing.
You look at it, he was chilling.
I mean,
chilling with the queen.
okay, let's look at what he's doing.
But think about this, though.
Well, I just want to know, what has he done positive? Not negative, because I already know the negative. What has he done
Okay.
positive?
So let's think about this then.
Okay.
Let's think about this then.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I'm a realist, and I'm gonna be 100% real with you.
Okay.
If he wanted to crush the United States, he could have. He really could have. Like, on some real...
How would he do that?
Like people under pressure do. Snitch.
Snitch on who?
The people behind him.
People behind him. You know how many people was sweating bullets and thought he was gonna say something when they was running his stuff? They thought they was like, yo, they was sweating. People resigning. That right there. When you resign and quit a job and that's showing your guilt.
But really, they resigned because Trump was making a fool out of himself, and they didn't want to stand by him. Well, from what I heard, his Secretary of State, as long as the people that followed with him that left Trump campaign felt like Trump was a fool and that he was making no sense and that everything he said was either really racist or against women or just didn't make any sense. And we voted this man in.
We as people, we voted him back for many reasons. Like, many reasons. And, you know, I'm not against what he did with the migrant situation. That's something that they've been
What about the Social Security? What about the financial aid? What about the tap and pell? What about the Head Start? What about the community loss? What about the increase in our food? What about the increase in our rent? I mean, we are really affected, being that we're low income. What about the tax decrease for the rich and us paying for it in other ways in our taxes?
They see, the thing is, because they're looking at all the people who are not trying, and that makes it bad for us that are really going out there every day and really giving it our blood, sweat, and tears. Is a lot of people at the end of their week, at the end of their day, they upset because they can't even provide to get on the train.
You're right. You're right.
And they taxpayers, and they can't even get on the train.
I seen people in furs hop the train.
You know what I'm saying?
Roll talk.
People
Right?
jump the train because they like, damn, I gotta go to work tomorrow, I gotta go to work next week, I gotta feed the kids, I gotta do this, I gotta do that.
Do you think Trump took any of this into consideration when he decided to go ahead with his plans that he said he wasn't following through it?
Nah, he ain't. Come on, bro. Let them know what it is.
Listen, man, all you see homeless in the streets are Americans. You don't see no foreigners. You see white, black, and Puerto Ricans homeless.
I see a lot of Mexicans, though.
I don't see Mexicans.
I do. I'm up on Allerton. I see mad Mexicans homeless. Yeah, sleeping on the sound. Yeah, they sleep on the sidewalk. They sleep downstairs.
That's new to me.
Yeah, like really, like look, like yeah, a lot. It's a lot of them now. A lot of them homeless. Are y'all even in fear of what might happen to your parents, to your cousins, to your daughters, to your friends because they can't get a job, they can't go to school? Like, what's gonna happen now that we took everything from them and they on a run? How do you feel about? How do y'all feel about that?
Like,
at one point, this was us, brother. At one point, this was colored people that had to be on a run, that couldn't get jobs. I don't like it.
But the thing is, though, like,
I don't like it for no national.
I understand that.
I don't see color.
Life is a struggle and it's a hustle, but like any crew, any team, they got the team up. Whoever the smartest got to be the head. Like, you know what I mean? Like Voltron.
Do you think that Trump set it off on them? And because, let me tell you something, I feel like this, like the butterfly effect, the Mexican effect. Like, they think that getting rid of the Mexicans, the Chinese, the Vietnamese, all the people that came in here under the gate or the border or by sea is gonna make it better when they leave. They jobs provided so we can have at the end of the day. That's how I feel. Because they was out there in the fields and the plantations. We got McDonald's food, we got food for our stomachs in the supermarket. They're gone. Are you willing to work on them plantations like they do for the money that they did?
And you're right.
I don't think that was right.
And
I'm
those
never gonna
people,
think that's right.
You can't mess with them Chinese.
He's doing it. He's sending them back.
Can't.
He is. The immigration law does not discriminate. You understand? But the problem is now that the countries is like, we don't want them back. Colombia like, don't send them back. A lot of these countries that they left from is like, nah, we not taking them. So now what happens? Because they're not taking them, they're coming back here. And they got nowhere to stay because they put them out the shelters. So how do you feel about that? Because right now, if you thought crime was up, wait till they really get ham. Wait till they go ham.
Look what they did with the vets. They threw them out the shelters.
That's ridiculous.
Veterans that fought for this country.
Look at the Navy. They're not even giving them a good place to sleep. We got military people right now that don't have a proper place to sleep, but yet they got to go fight wars. Right now. I know.
That's crazy.
From personal experience, I know.
Some other shit, but like,
yeah, man, that's real.
I just say, I'm gonna say this though, like the migrant situation, like, you know, I looked at one of the videos with the girl, you know what I'm saying? She was in the car, her mom was on the other side of the gate, and she was like, the girl was in she was crying, but the thing is though, I look at it like this though. And I'm gonna be straight up 1,000 with you. Okay. The more of those come in, the less we gonna eat. What you wanna do? You want more of them coming in where we don't got nothing?
Let me make this very clear. New York is a big ass place. We got upstate. We got places upstate that ain't been looked into for centuries. Right. We got places upstate that look like they've been torn down from an old school movie where they had horses. You can't tell me that all those people that was immigrants went up there and built that up.
They would have built that.
Okay, so when you tell me that New York didn't have a place for them to stay, that's a fucking lie. When you look at me in my eye and tell me that we couldn't support them people that came here, coming from the drug dealers, coming from bad politicians, coming from horrible conditions, that we couldn't support them, that's a fucking lie. That's what the politicians wanted us to believe. And right now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like crying. Because at the end of the day, it could have been me. And at one point, it was my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. At the end of the day, it was my great-great-great-great aunt that went through this. And now they going through this. So if I don't have a heart, who is? Who is?
That's real. You right.
Yo, but we out here, you know what I mean? But
right.
Us is all we gotta do as a people is stand strong and, you know what I mean, believe in what we got until we get.
Don't believe the hype. That man went around saying one thing, they're taking all the jobs, and everybody thought they were really taking all the jobs. They're taking all the jobs. I love the blacks. I love the blacks.
Stand strong, because nobody want everybody for themselves, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not like that.
Everybody out, yo, for real, everybody just like going, it's survival.
You know, within your own nationality, you have racism.
Say it.
You have racism in your own nationality.
That's right.
You know why I'm this complexion? Because my father was Irish. My grandmother was Irish. My mother comes from Louisa, Puerto Rico. You ever heard of Louisa?
I heard of Puerto Rico.
Okay, Louisa is where the Puerto Rican Africans come from. I come from Burundi blood line, yes. That's why I never fuck with a lot of Puerto Ricans, because, I'm from Malawi. I'm from San Juan. Well, you're all embarrassed because you got a part where Puerto Rican Africans come from. You got Nigerian bloodline, and you got Ghana bloodline there.
That's right. That is the truth. I'm not gonna lie. Like we all know that African race run in every community.
Exactly. Look, every ethnic group came from the black race.
Yeah,
where did the black race come from?
You got
I don't need to say from nowhere. They was born black.
And what do we do? Let me tell you something. And y'all gonna all be in my ass about this. When you ask the African community about the black people, they don't say that we part of them. Oh no, not the lazy American, not the black lazy American. They don't look at us as if we their community. We can't go to African and be like, yo, you know what, we're part African. No, y'all black. So when you say one thing and you hit the nail on the head with that, our community is broken up when we shouldn't be. Because at the end of the day,
they better.
It's not about what you look like. It's about how much money you got. That's what it's really about.
That's all it's about, that breach. If it ain't about the
It is.
breach,
It is.
it ain't about what you doing tonight. If it ain't what bottle you popping, it's quiet. Nobody want to deal with you. Nobody want to talk to you. Don't give a fuck. They don't care if you on the ground. You ain't for real. In the Bronx, you see all kind of crazy shit. You got people slumped over. You got people just they begging for help.
And the trains is even worse.
Oh my God. I'd rather walk. Literally, I lost 10 pounds because I would walk.
Going to work in the morning.
Then ride the train or the bus. I hate it.
Where's the cops they said they're going to put on the train in the morning? I don't see none.
Oh, I see them. They lumped up 10 deep together like this. They all together. Yup. But how you going to see us when you way upstairs and they hopping downstairs? The police don't give no fucks. They not getting paid like they should be. They tired of getting told on. They tired of getting arrested. The police don't give no fucks. Okay, how do you feel?
I feel that he trying to take away LGBTQ rights. And
he is.
And I feel that people have their own rights.
Let them see you in the camera and speak on it.
People have their own rights. They had to do what they want to do because, you know, and I'm educated about myself, and then he trying to take away top surgeries and all that. And I'm ready to hit him. And I don't want to go no jail. And I hate that motherfucker. I really do. I really do hate that motherfucker. I really do.
Well, that part. Give me any name.
My name is Miss Shanae Smith, the one and only.
Miss Shanae Smith, and we are tired of Trump trying to take away the LGBTQ community rights, which he is. At the end of the day, everybody has a right to go and live how they want to live and not be taking away their rights.
Exactly. Like how I feel about me, I feel about me. Okay?
That's right.
And I love me, and I love my husband.
And I love you too.
What's your name?
My name is Diamond. I love you, Diamond D.
How you doing, Miss Diamond?
I'm good.
That's
I'm
good.
I'm fed up, but I'm good.
I'm fed up too, girl. I am so fed up.
And you know what? We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight.
Girl, you know I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna keep fighting for my rights.
That's
for my
right.
rights, my rights.
That's right. That's right.
They try it too. Thank you.
We on it. You take care. At the end of the day, they all trying to take away the LGBTQ community. You know, like, first of all, transgenders have a right to get the HIV medication so they not contract the infection that leads to the disease HIV. I mean, the disease AIDS. So right now, Trump is saying we're not giving y'all no longer the medication that might try to prevent that. And it's ridiculous. It really is, because guess what? HIV is really much down in America, especially in New York. But when it comes to our community of homosexuals or just the LGBTQ community in general, nobody as a human being should be denied the medication that they need to stay healthy. Trump is taking that away. He's doing too much. He's doing the most.
Hello, I'm Lilith. They, them.
They, them.
I'm Dr. Raven Hartnell.
Nice to meet you. I'm Diamond from Dialogue with Diamond D. I give the people a platform to speak their mind and let the world know how they feel and that your voice counts.
Thank you.
Okay, the topic that I was going on, very vague, like very big. You know, we're covering a lot right now because a lot need to be covered. Right now, the LBG community is going through it with Trump. Like, he's trying to stop everything and anything that can help, being the medications for prevention or the fact that they just don't want to give no more rights. How do you feel about what's going on?
I am angry. I have lost children. I have become homeless. I've lost jobs. And it's to the breaking point where I'm tired of being scared. I'm tired of being helpless. We actually just came back from the Stonewall protest, and we are about ready to start fighting back. So we weren't a threat before, but if you want to treat us like monsters, we're about to become monsters.
And I was staying right with you.
Trans woman, your girlfriend your mother warned you about. How do I feel about Trump? We shouldn't elect a man-child to be president.
Tell him that. Let them see him say it.
We shouldn't elect a man-child to be president.
That's right.
President serves the people, not himself. This is a damn shame. This is not the America I fought for and I live for. This is a pathetic attempt at a man trying to lead our country, and everybody who voted for him should be ashamed.
I mean, that's how a lot of us feel.
True.
Yes. Can I get your opinion on what's going on?
I do want to add to what she said about who's in office. And the way I see it, if you're a rapist and a convicted felon, you shouldn't be in that office. You shouldn't be enabling fascists and Nazis who are going to try to exterminate not only us, but once they're done with us, then they're coming after the women.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming after the people of color.
That's right.
They're coming after everyone that doesn't fit into their mold of a white cisgender, heterosexual male iconoclast.
I totally agree. At the end of the day, what we have to look at is they're starting with one and they'll break down all of us. At the end, we have to stand together because we're all people. Before we that, we are human beings. You understand? And we have rights.
May I say one last closing thing?
Please. No, say how.
It doesn't matter if you're queer,
That's
black,
right.
brown,
That's right.
religion, what religion. We need to stand up as we need to come together. Forget about your differences. Let's stand on the connection we have, that we are in danger.
We are.
Muslim, Jew, black, brown, queer, disabled, come together. Divided we may fall, united we have a fighting chance.
I'm with you on that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yo, I've been saying this for a while, and I didn't think nobody would agree with me when I said this. If we do not come together, the fight was going on, woo, what it's going to look like in the future.
And I mean this. This isn't just me preaching. This is me begging.
This is real. It's happening.
If you know people in other communities, reach out. We need to come together. These aren't just words. Pull yourselves together. Put aside all your differences and try to love each other. And we will have to fight at some point.
We will.
But we can't be fighting with ourselves and fighting the enemy. Come together. March together, march strong, march for each other, fight for each other, have each other's backs. One arrow will break. You put multiple arrows together, it is strong. We need to be a nation against tyranny and against Nazis, not at each other's throats. I beg you. Thank you.
All right, at the end of the day, this is the Bronx. At the end of the day, this is New York. Some might not agree that we are the Omega. Some may not agree that other states follow us. But some will agree that what happens here in New York will happen in every other state in the United States. For one main reason, we are one of the largest cities in America. So if Trump can come over here and dominate what we got going on and suppress what we want to build, or the fact that we are bringing us down by ourselves, the fact that we can't come together and understand that it's not about the color of our skin, it's about how much we got in our pocket and what you own. See, that's what the bigger picture is to make you think, to give the people a platform to stand on, to let you know your voice counts for something, that you are not here alone, that your purpose and the revolution, when I ask people the revolution, I don't ask them the revolution alone. I said a revolution for everybody else, but really it starts within you. You are the change that we need to see every day. And I'm the person that's gonna go ahead and give you the platform. So you want a platform, dialogue with Diamond D on a bigger picture, I got you. I'm here for you. I love you when they don't.